TRC proceedings. Imam, you have the floor, please, to offer prayers.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Rahmanirrahim Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Inna fatahna laka fathan mubinan liyaghfira laka Allahu ma taqaddama min dhanbika wa ma ta'akhkhara. Wa yutimma ni'matahu 'alayka wa yahdiyaka siratan mustaqiman. Wa yansuruka Allahu nasran azizan. هو الذي أنزل السكينة في قلوب المؤمنين ليزدادوا إيمانا مع إيمانهم ولله جنود السماوات والأرض وكان الله عليما حكيما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Amen. Shukran, Imam Jallo. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God Almighty, the creator and sustainer of all your creation throughout the whole world. As we continue in our TRC sitting, we bring this whole nation before you. And we continue to ask that by your Holy Spirit's power, that you will grant the people of this land and the diaspora to have the extraordinary patience to be able to go through the TRC sitting, to exhaust all the necessary avenues. And we continue to pray for all who will testify, that they will come here and will be bold enough to speak only the truth, and that you grant the commission the discernment to be able to distinguish between falsehood and truth. And we continue to know that you are the God of mercy, the God of compassion, the God of reconciliation, the God of forgiveness, and the God of justice. Will do what is just and right for the people of this land. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Bishop Odiko. Councillor, are we ready to continue with yesterday's summer witness? If so, please proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, and good morning, commissioners and members of the audience. We are ready to proceed with the next witness. Mr. Usher, kindly get the witness, please. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Barry.
Mr. Barry.
Good morning to you all.
I hope you are ready to proceed with the continuation of your testimony from yesterday.
Yes, I'm ready.
May I still remind you that you are still under the oath that you took yesterday?
I
would like to give you a brief recap of your testimony yesterday as to remind you as to what you had said. You narrated the facts surrounding the road traffic accident you suffered in 2002.
On haali ɗo fof accident hon ko no yaari noon ko andanda ko ɗum heɓi no ko ɗon naatu ɗon e mum ɗum woni 2002.
April of 2002.
Woni lewru April 2002.
where a vehicle coming from the opposite direction
ko andandama wonde moto no andan no immorno e yeso mon no arda no ara kat dari don don
leaving his lane hit you whilst you were parked off the road.
te onon ko darno don don kanko accidi e leen makkon o wari o tawi on ka darno don don o wari o bubbi on don.
The said accident left you with serious injuries to your left rib cage.
On accident gila o waduno dum sababu wondema aduno cadele dudude woni e beccal mongal kanyum e keki kin.
Broken hip as well as a broken thigh bone.
Woni kadi keki kin kanyum e holbudana den ka keki ga dum fusuno yangal.
You told us that you sustained the injury to your thigh bone as a result of some soldiers trying to force you out of the vehicle in which you were trapped.
On wi wondema kadi gilandema militaire ben arno pour wallugol on pour yaltingol on kandra auto wal don on hebuno gagnande musunde kadi ka busalmo.
After the accident you were rushed to the Banjulding hospital.
Bilandema accident on wadi ha pari be nabi on ko yawi be nabi on Banjulding galobutani ton.
You became unconscious later on and found yourself in the Royal Victoria Hospital when you woke up.
To bila dum do wadi be nabi on Banjulding lobitan be hari on faddama on andaka wonno don ko ka famu don honda hore mon ko duwoni ko be nabi on Banjulu imbi don famu do wonda jago ko Banjulu ka lobitan mawdo won don duwete RVTH.
Whilst you were admitted at the RVTH, you explained some of the visits you received. One was from Police Officer Dambale of the Yundum Police Station.
Te gilandema be nabi no on Banjulu ka lobutane janoton ha ardon hebudon hore hettudon hore mon andudon ka wondon yimbe ben fuddi arde ndarugo lon ka lobutane no tawa e mabbe wietedo Dambeli.
Who told you that he was he was the officer in charge of your accident case?
O wima wondema kanko woni police ajo mo andandama wonde ko kanko jogi fi accident ma on.
He also informed you that you were hit by a civilian driver of a state guard vehicle by the name of Dauda Sane.
Ko on wattu o famini on wondema gallido on moto mon ko dum woni state guard driver jo mandanda mo ko galle men lamorda to te ko civilian wona o militaire ujo ko on galli on moto mon.
And that this driver was actually driving without a driving license at the time of the accident.
O driver wattu mo doginayno o auto on hari o alano license.
He also told us about the visit of Dauda Sane.
Te halani do yimbe wondema kadi Dauda Sane kadi witedo Dauda Sane ari kadi ndaru golon ka lobutani wattu mo wali no don tongo.
Who came to see you whilst you were admitted at the RVTH and gave one of your children $25.
Te on Dauda Sane o ari ndaru golon ka lobutani wattu mo wallina don tongo o jetti mbudino gas e jowi o jonni suka mo jomon goto.
You were admitted at the hospital for 3 months, and during that time you told us about the treatment you received.
Be walli non ka lobutan don ko yaata lebbi tati te on halani yimbe kadi gila be wallini on ka lobutan do e nder lebbi tati nyawndore façon ko hebudon kon ton.
You explained the operation you had to fix your broken hip bone and thigh bone.
Nyawndore nde ko be jonni on ton ko hebudon ton no tawa e mon ko dum woni horbudere mon den kanyum may busal mongal ko be wadi kon dum ko be operate wadi ngal operate.
After you were discharged, although you had not healed from your injuries, you pursued the accident case through the police.
Nde wonno gila be acciti on galobutan ko gonga gila be acciti on kadi hari on dikkirani non no fotiri non kono yahudon fuddagol jokkitugol case on woni hippi jokkugol mo ka police abe ya ara.
After you realized that they had done absolutely nothing about it during the time that you had been hospitalized.
Ko wattu no gila fuddi don yaha ara on daro ya case mon ka fi police abe faamudo wondema jakka police abe gilandema be walli non ka lobutane nder dille bitati police abe kambe be wadani hayfus e fi accident non.
During your many visits to the police headquarters, you were subsequently informed
o wi e nder din yaha ara mon on wudoni yahugol ka police ka galle mabbe jane wonde Banjul den faamudo wondema
that the police authorities had no jurisdiction in the case.
De wondema be police ben e nder do yeso yagal mabbe gal kambe be ala dole on ki accident mon.
as it was a state house matter because the driver at fault was an employee of the ex-president Yahya Jammeh.
Sabu ko sabi sa nani sa wi yayi be haali dum be wonde ma driver natu don bokku don e vi on accident non dum woni jogido jungo e on accident non ko liggotodo e galle men lamordo janeto te ko president wonnoro don on ko jettimo golle.
So all they could do was just to follow it up with the state house.
Awa kambe ko be wawi ko wadde fo ko dum woni be yubbondira e galle lamorde den be wawa darde ko honno be wallirtama e accident no.
You also told us how you personally confronted the driver.
Te on halani yimbe onon tigire hoore mon ko honno yaaru don ha fewtu don yidu don e driver dum woni Dawda Sane yidu don e makko.
The president at the ex-president's mother's house in Kutu.
Te dum no hebi dum woni president wonnoro don on nene makko ko galle makko ko yahuno ton yiudo mo kanko Dawda Sane.
And you were not allowed access to him, and the soldiers there were protecting him at the time, even though you could clearly see him.
Kono gilanda ma yahuno don ton no wauno nyawnya hido yiudemo gila yahudon don kono militaire be jabano jondude lawol pour yawton pour yidon e makko kono hidon yiyamo himo jodi kono on ronko hewtudemo.
During the last session, you started telling us about you told us about your repeated efforts to follow the case, even though you were in severe pain and you were unable to walk properly due to your injuries.
We hankido en huddude yewtere nden fuddone haalande yimbe ya aramon ko waddon kon pour yiyon wondema on case mon on hetti hen ko laabi on fuddono yewtangol yimbe sengo don.
And finally you were informed that in fact your file had been lost by the police.
Te kasakitor do wido wondema be famini o wondema be on wondema case file mon tigri be yani mo o du woni o majji.
And during this session, we will continue to look into these efforts that you made to get justice from the police.
Hande do ka jonde den do en continue bilande wadon daren etorande waddon den ko wiigol wonde ma case mo on hetti en ko laabi en fujjettiray don.
The attempts of lawyer Aida Drame.
Dum woni kadi etorande lawyer Aida Drame ebbuno den.
The African Center for Democracy and Human Rights Studies.
Ligorde wiyetende African Center for Democracy and Human Studies ben kadi etorande be wadi den.
African Center for Democracy and Human Rights Studies.
Woni ligorde wiyetende African Center for Democracy and Human Rights Studies.
The independent newspaper.
Woni kanyum damal kibaru wiyetengal independent newspaper.
In an article entitled Botched Justice, Blighted Life.
Dum ko be windino e hoore kibaron ko dum woni neddo mo dum woni hebudo accident himo dabbude gonga kanyum ma ngurdal makko ngal.
The ombudsman.
Kanyum may ombudsman den kadi ko ligge go.
Lawyer Badu Conte.
Kanyum may lawyer go wiyetedo lawyer Badu Conte.
The Gambia National Transport Workers Union.
Kanyum may liggorde wiyetende Gambian National Transport Union.
Your petition to the ex-president Yahya Jammeh.
Kanyum may letter mo windan no dum woni petition mo windan don dum woni lando wonnoro don du wiyete Yahya Jammeh.
And finally, your decision to go to Kanilai, where you spent over 1 month just to get access to speak to Yahya Jammeh.
Kasakitoron dum hebudon anni on joni wi don wondema jonda on fala yahudon Kanilai pour yiwa on yiwde lando wonnoro don woni Yahya Jammeh te gila yahuno don hebuno don ko yahata lewru pour ndaron fere ko honno wawato mo yirude pour o wala on wallude case mo.
We would also like to know the extent of the impact of your physical injuries on your ability to make a living and take care of your family.
Si dum feji kadi men faalete andude gila dum fo hebi e ma nde tampere o accident ha e nde tampere yaha around dum ko tampere hondu dum hebi e ma e gurdal mangal.
And finally, your persecution by the police after a complaint from the president's office was made against you.
Te kasakitorum dum kadi men daray dum woni tumal ngal be to gonongal e hoorema ha be na uma suudu nyaaworde pour be nyaawma dum woni wigol wondema ko yahuda kon ka office of the president na jonni don hala ka andanda wona hebika.
Can you kindly confirm that this is a summary of what your testimony entailed yesterday?
Joni Mr. Barry himo landade ma wondema do ko men haali kon do fo gilandema jodi den do hande ha ka wonde do ni ndako haali do no ko rewti do kon fo ko dum haalda do ndako dum kadi ko yeso fo ko no yaari.
Exactly, that's how it went.
We will then just continue from where you stopped yesterday. You had just left the police headquarters.
awa joni no wayni joni em jettira don yahuno ka police headquarters do woni police abe ka galle mabbe jane wonde banjul den immordon ton.
You were told that they had lost your file.
Be yima wondema be yeti o wondema case file mangon o majji.
Under that state of disillusionment, you were escorted down the stairs by a police officer who literally put you on his back because you were unable to walk down the stairs.
Ilandama be yeti on dum hidon enden mettere berde e jakere police aje goddo bambi on ka baawo makko o jippini on ka do étage do sabu onon tigi o wawata no sepande hoore mo pour jippo don ka ley.
In such pain and discomfort, you managed to walk from the Banjul police headquarters all the way to the Arch 22.
Der den musende e tampere fop nde wondudon don ko non etana non hoore mon seppudon gilandama ka police abe ka galle mabbe jane den ton haka ka aajo woni ni ka natirde Banjul ga.
So kindly tell us what happened at that point when you got to that area around Ash 22 at Independence Drive in Banjul.
Joni on jettira don haala non yimbe gilandama seppudon eti don ardon haka aaj don ka aajo woni don ni joni ni kila hewdudon don ko hondu wadi don.
Joni mi hewti ka fondo ka action ka dambugal courthouse won dom.
When I reached the area where the courthouse is located,
mi hani moto no yalta.
I saw a vehicle coming out.
Because lawyer Aida Drame woni ka nder moto.
Well, fortunately, it was Aida Drame who was on board that vehicle.
Jippini wero on dari lan o wi Mr. Barry mi anditema ko hondum waduma.
She rolled down her window glass and looked at me and said, Mr. Barry, what has happened to you?
How did you know lawyer Aida Drame, or how did she know you?
Kono andirda lawyer Aida Drame ma ko honno kanko andirma.
Lawyer Aida Drame mi andimo ko mi golida taw Uncle Aziz Khan ko lawyer makko.
Well, when I was working for Aziz Khan, it happened that lawyer Aida Drame was the lawyer for Aziz Khan.
Toujours so onelay lanka makko mi naba letterji piji ka makko mi wadi me andoniri dal.
Aziz Khan used to send me to lawyer Aida Drame. I used to carry letters and other documents to Aida Drame, lawyer Aida Drame from Mr. Aziz Khan. That's how we came to know each other. Well, when she saw me and recognized me, she asked me what has happened to you. I decided to narrate my problem to her. And at that time, I was shedding tears. She alighted from her vehicle. She opened the passenger door for me and told me to go into the vehicle. I found it very difficult to board the transport because at that time, my leg had already swollen because of the walk I took, and I was unable to bend it to be able to go inside the vehicle. Then she told me to go and meet her at her office at the Marina Parade. That's the time she drove away. I also tried and went to the office. When she saw me, she came down with another lady who happened to be her secretary. That's the time she asked me to narrate the whole story to her, and I also explained everything to her. That's the time she told her secretary to write down everything that I was saying. Then she told me to go home and gave me a day to come back to her. When I returned to her, the day I came to her, she gave me 2 copies.
Office of the President.
She told me that this one is written and is going to be sent to the Office of the President.
We the Alingom Kanko Secretary General Kodong ko address makko wadi.
She said the letter was addressed to the Secretary General. At that time, it was Ali Ngom who was the Secretary General.
We owe a letter.
She told me the other letter,
the IGP in headquarters of Banjul,
is going to be sent to the IGP's office at the police headquarters in Banjul. I asked her whether I am the one who is supposed to take the letter. She said the other one is my own copy, which I should keep for myself. She said she will take the letters, she herself will take the letters to the venues.
Next week.
She gave me time and told me to go and come back the following week. When I came, the day I came back to her, she said she has not got any results. After going and coming for some time, I became frustrated, and I knew that nothing has come out of the case so far. That's why I decided to go and meet the human rights people.
Mr. Barry, sorry, before you go on to your evidence about the human rights people, I believe you meant the African Center for Human Rights and Democratic Studies. Let's just go through the letters that Ida Drame wrote on your behalf.
African Center for Democracy and Human Rights Studies. Darem sengo ngodo taw duwoni Ida Drame, lawyer Ida Drame letter uji di o windi ding.
Okay. Apart from the letter that you said was written to the Inspector General of Police as well as the Secretary General at the time.
Si feji letter mo andanda wida wonda ma be windando mo Secretary General on kanyum may Inspector General of Police feji dindo letter uji didi.
You have also supplied us a letter that Ida Drame wrote to Dauda Sane in person.
Ajonni me do letter goddo kadi ko almo andanda wonda ma Ida Drame windanoma pour yaha ka Dauda Sane.
Do you remember that she wrote such a letter?
Nda hida woy manditade wonda ma o winduno letter wawdo façon non.
Yeah, mi andi tifi dum donc kono o windiri non denna.
Yes, I was aware of that letter also, that she wrote a letter to Dauda Sane.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, I would like to tender the letter written to Dauda Sane, which has been signed by Ida Drame, and it's dated the 20th day of February 2003 as Exhibit 130B.
Request granted, Counsel.
A copy of the letter for the to the Inspector General of Police, dated the same date as well, from Ida Drame as Exhibit 130C.
Ditto.
We do not have copies of the letter that was written to the Secretary General, but as soon as we do, then we will put it in at a later date. Thank you very much. Mr. Barry, can you continue from where you stopped? You said you went up and down and no response was received to these letters that were written on your behalf by Ida Drame. What happened next?
Joni da waje tirda gila dong wida wonda ma on yaha arama ko wadda on dongo fo gila ndama Ida Drame windi di lettaruji didi fo du woni ka Secretary General on kanyum may Inspector General of Police te be hebano jabu e jungo mabbe ko hondu waditi yetira gila dong.
Ari on site poste so on de horang ilan jigi be ngure jigi bibbe be ngwan be nyamay ala komi hontum itata kalise komi jonna be mbudi.
After Ida Drame informed me that she has got no results and it has been for some time now, I was going up and down. And I became seriously frustrated because I have a family. My wife and children are there. We should eat. But I have nothing at that time to offer them.
Oh, Ijola de Junction on the Colomba Road.
Then I started to sit down at a junction at the Colomba Road.
The mobile driver beno kalam $5, $10, konum wadi tade pants.
That's the time fellow drivers who used to pass there started offering me $5, $10. I'll collect these monies, and this is how this is what I give to my wife as fish money.
One
day, one of those drivers told me, go to the human rights office maybe they will be able to help you about your case.
On human rights on site ko Senegambia be woni.
This is why I decided to go and visit that office. At that time, they were on the road to the Senegambia Hotel.
Mr. Barry, you are saying that you were reduced basically to the life of a beggar after this accident.
Awa hino wa ini Mr. Barry afala wide yimbe wonda ma gilanda mo accident hippi e hore mo kasaki torno wonuno torotobe.
Kwadi dum fayda on site komi wala no do habanno library huda muto on don o buni mi wawana hore hande kadi ala ko honto mi ya ala honto mi suti.
Well, what caused that was that the vehicle that I was using to get my living from has broken down completely, and I am somebody who is unable to get earning from anywhere else. As a family man, I was frustrated, and I don't know what to do. This is why I decided to go and sit down at that junction where these other drivers started offering me.
And what happened after you went to the African Center?
Oh, no, what did you African Center?
Mi yahi ɗon mi hewti mi landi ko honto office maɓɓe haɓe tindini la mi yahi mi hewti dow.
When I went to that office, I asked around, that's how they directed me to the person I should report to, who was upstairs at that time in the building.
So mi tawi goɗɗo debbo goo no jooɗi e tabal mi yettimo probléme o o wallilam yiide Anna Foster.
I found a woman sitting at a table in the office they directed me to go to. Then that lady, after I narrated my story to her, that's the lady who helped me to be able to meet Anna Foster. She also asked me, I narrated my story to her.
Human rights
She called another lady and told me that that lady is their legal officer or their lawyer who works for them at that office. That lady also wrote some letters and they gave me one copy. That when I left that office, I came back. After some time, I decided to go back to the same point where I used to sit before, where my fellow drivers used to offer me some money. That's how I was living. I don't sleep at night, and I don't sleep even during daytime.
State House.
One day, I got up and I went to Banjul around the State House.
Goɗɗo o wilam kanko mo jogi feere e nder national transport men yaddu o windanalan letter.
Then I met somebody there who said he can help me through the National Transport Union. They will look for a way how to help me in my problem.
Kankade o windi letter o dumalni mi yaali no improvement dal.
That man also helped me. Some letters were written, but after all that, no improvement came.
Mr. Barry, I'll just refer you to the letters that you gave us.
Mr. Barry, ni ka wondo mi ruttine hakkille ma den bawo me andindema di letteruji di jonnuda men di.
We have a letter here dated the 3rd day of August 2004.
Hebi do letter ma dandama wondama ko lewru August balde mun tati 2004.
And another letter dated the 13th day of December 2004.
Hebi do letter goddo kadi ko leru December balde mun sappo e tati 2004.
And both letters are headed State Guard Vehicle Accident Victim Abdoulie Barry.
Te letteruji din fo ka hore ko be windi don ko dum woni State Guard woni galle men lamor e to drive moto e driver mu mandanda wa himo hebi accident e wietedo Abdoulie Barry.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to tender both copies of the letter as Exhibit 130, C and D.
Request granted.
And I would also like to tender the letter that was written to Mr. Abdoulie Barry from the African Center for Democracy and Human Rights Studies, dated the 26th day of February 2004, signed by Hannah Foster as the Executive Director. as Exhibit 130E.
Editor.
Please continue from where you stopped off with your efforts.
Oui, continue. Yetira dong sifagol etore mande no unde wono ande wadde pour yiya wonde ma hebi hetti gonga.
Joni mi jukkirino mi wona ka Johnson dong on dolagol dom mi wona dong be walira lan don seda ha nyande go kadi min mi yaha Banjul mi ndara.
I was sitting, I continued to sit down at that junction where my fellow drivers were offering me because I had nothing to do because of my health and I had nowhere to go. But one day I said, okay, let me go to Banjul again and try and see what will happen.
Mr. Barry, at this time, where were you living?
Mr. Barry, what to dong, mo no don dong. Konto hodu no dong.
Halilang hodi London, Serakunda, London.
I was living in Serakunda at London Corner.
Were you renting there or was it your own house?
Kon luway no nda ko palace mon tigiri ko non jeyi.
Hadi mi luway no on site.
I was renting the house.
And did anything subsequently happen in relation to your rented accommodation?
Joni gilande ma hoduno don don ha dum hebi on o accident hebi on ka sakkitor dum da goddum hebi no hebu no cadele hen fi luwasi on.
On site by ni iwi Banjul goddo wilan yo mi yawta office of ombudsman.
Well, when I went to Banjul, on that occasion, somebody told me to go to the ombudsman.
Office of ombudsman.
I went to the office of the ombudsman.
Allah wadi did record on how the on-site ko Pajalo won no deputy of ombudsman. Well,
they took my records, and also, unfortunately for me, Pajallo was the deputy of the ombudsman.
Did you say unfortunately or fortunately?
Fortunately.
Thank you.
They also wrote a letter and gave me a copy. I went back to the same position where I used to sit down and wait for the drivers. One day in the evening, the yard owner of the house where I rented called me.
Mr. Barry, before we go to the issue of the of your rented accommodation, can you just tell us who this letter was written to, the letter from the ombudsman?
Do e yahude affaire luasma ka galle don. Yo ndaw ida o way halande yimbe di lettaruji di ombudsman windi din ko hombo be windanno di ko hombo di fotno yahude.
Ko Pajallo wino la o windi office of the president at Honotode, a Banjul headquarter.
What Pajallo told me was that one letter was going to the office of the president and one was going to the police headquarters in Banjul, and I was given a copy too.
And you have given us a copy of the letter to the Inspector General of Police dated the 31st day of July 2003, reference OMB/COMB/ in brackets 694.
A jonni be do letter manda na wonda ma windano ya fonno yawde ka yeso police ben du woni letter ron nyalande nde windande ko do ni lewru jula e balde mun capantati e go itande 2003.
And the letter is signed for the ombudsman by, well, it's signed for the ombudsman who is Junaidi G.O. Jallo.
The letter on signi do moy do inde ombudsman on ko wiete do Junaidi Jallo.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to tender a copy of this letter as Exhibit 130F.
Request granted.
Thank you. And just to summarize the content of the letter that Ida Drame wrote, the letter written by the African Center for Democratic Studies, as well as this letter that was written by the ombudsman.
Oui, pourtant wawa rabbindinde di lettaruji di halda do di fof du woni letter immordon ko Aida Drame kanyum may letter immordon ko African Center for Democracy and Human Rights Studies kanyum may letter immordon ko ombudsman di lettaruji di fof sa kafindiri di pour rabbindinde dara di fof ko di sawi ko
These letters were all trying to follow up on the prosecution of the driver, Dauda Sane.
si andari ɗi letaruji ɗi windaɗi ɗo ɗin fof ko waɗi sawi kon koɗo winda toon kon ko ɗum woni o Dawda Sane ɗum woni pour yo mo fota naɓede suudu ñawirdu o ñaawe.
As well as obtain compensation on your behalf.
Te e dow ɗum kadi ɓe yiya wondema ɓe heɓante ko ɓe jonnatama ko andatama ko ɓuɓɓintema ɓernde.
To pay for medical treatment that you needed because you had needed a second operation.
Sabu pour kadi ɓe wawama yoɓande pour wawaɗa yaha ñawdoyeɗa sabu ida foti yahde ñawdoyeɗa waɗa operation ɗimmun.
Can you tell us more about that? After your first operation at the RVTH, what further operation do you need?
Joni ida wawi haalande yimɓe joni ko gilandema waɗɗa on opération ɗim folo on ka l'hôpital jano o joni ko opération hon ɗum kadi fotnoɗa waɗude kadi
mi duwano waɗude on docteur on jonnanno time mundema timi duwa ittude jandi jutundi ɓenamo keneli jutundi nder o wi simi ittali tatanos on iway toon arakal ɓenda on o waralan.
What the doctor told me when they were fixing that iron in my leg was that he gave me time to come back so that they will remove that iron from my body, or else why it might cause tetanus in my body. When that tetanus reaches my brain, it's going to kill me.
And so therefore you needed financial assistance to pay for that operation.
Wahino wa ini e dow ɗum hiɗa sohli dépense pour wawa wadde on opération.
Yeah,
yes, that's it.
And at that point, had you received any kind of compensation from Dauda Sane or from the government?
Joni on wattu ɗon mo wonno ɗon ɗon on nda on heɓuno ko jonna ɗon ko ɓuɓɓiniro ɗon ɓernde nda ko siko Dauda Sane ɗum immori nda ko e laamu ngun immo nda on heɓuno
mi heɓali help hay goto.
I had help from nobody.
And how did you pay for your previous medical treatment and the drugs that you needed?
Joni ñawdugol premier ngol wanno ɗon ngol kañum may lekkeje ɗen ko honno yoɓirno ɗon on ɗon ɗuma
ɗum fof ko ɓingal dari yoɓi hari.
All those medical bills were paid by my wife.
Can you please continue from where you stopped up? You had gone back to the garage, and what were you doing there at this time?
Joni da way ƴettirde gila ɗon gila ndema yahu ɗon ka garage ko honɗum waɗayno ɗon ton.
And then we can then go on to the issue of your accommodation.
Iwi ɗon sen feƴƴi ɗon yehen e fi galle ka hoɗuɗon ɗon fi location.
Joni ko ɗon mi joɗotono mi yimɓe ɓe no walla lan jonalan wono $5-10 maybe 75 ma 50 mais itta dépense wono 25 jonna ɓen wa o heddi kon o jogo toon fi paykoy koye kaskol.
Well, I returned back to the position where I used to sit down. Whatever I am able to collect from the drivers, whether it is 50, 75 or any amount, if I go home, I'll give part of it to my wife for fish money, and I'll tell her to keep some little amount for the children's lunch and their other needs.
And tell us what happened with your rented house.
Joni da way haalande yimɓe fi place ka hoɗuno ɗon ɗon fi affaire loison ko honno ɗum ɗon kadi yaari.
Joni komi jotto ɗon debbo on ɓay mi ari nde ñande kikke ɗo noddilan o wilam Mr. Barry honto loison on woni.
So after coming home one day from where I used to sit down, in the evening, the lady called me and asked me, Mr. Barry, where is the money for the rentage? I told her, well, at this present moment, I even have difficulties to give my money fishwife for our feeding.
De bon wilan luwasi woni modi makko wala modi don ko dum don detata kankade o wallito bengude makko.
Then the lady told me that, well, this house was erected here by my husband. And now, as far as I have no husband, we also depend on this money which we collect from the house is rented and have our food from that money.
Do you remember how many months you were in arrears of your rent?
Ndaiɗo wawi manditade ñamande ko lebbi jelu jogi hebuno don ñamande fi affaire luwaso
about 4 to 5 months, something like that.
If I can remember properly, it was around 4 to 5 months I was unable to pay my house rent.
You have supplied us with a copy of your of an order by the Kanifing Rent Tribunal, where basically this case had been treated, and I will read it. I'll read part of it to the commissioners later, and that will tell us how many months the court found that you had been in arrears, which is more than what you're saying right now. But just tell us how the case went, and then we will come back to that.
Owi ajonni medo kaydi ni andana wala no holliri du woni keso gila ona bono ka Kanifing Rent Tribunal du woni ko darna don fi affaire galleji luwasiji ni gila be na umaton ke ko ton o holliri don nyamande ko joni jogi hebudu jogino da fi luwasi ma on joni men en yahay fi don ko joni da way tan halande yimbe ko honno dum keso yarno
joni bay debbo wilan ko luwasi woni modi makko o yahi KMC o wadilan samon.
When the lady explained this to me, she went to the KMC and summoned me there.
O wilam Mr. Barry ida joganilam luwas 2,500 and ida nyawlilan kalise $2,000 is only 4,500.
That's the day she told me that as for the rent, you owe me 2,500. And before that, you borrowed $2,000 in cash from me. The total amount went to 4,500.
Oh, nabidun don ka court be nudilang ka courthouse.
That's what she took to the courthouse, and that's the time when they called me to go to the courthouse.
So beni joni bay mi alambudi yo mi geru mi yalta kagalle.
When I went there, they told me that as far as you don't have any money now, then try and vacate the house.
Mini ko hono mi yarata lan jogi bibbe be ngwami ala ko mi yaha.
I told them I'll find it very difficult to leave the house at this present moment because I have a family. My wife and children are all with me now, and I have no other place where I can go to.
So men fudi yode me makko labi di tatika court.
We continued with the case 2 to 3 times. I was going to the court.
Timi ibito mi arami jolo ko mi torotono la kalisi on jude driver be ambe.
If I leave the courthouse, I always go back to the place where I used to sit down and wait for my fellow drivers.
Nyandego bingwang mi achimo kagalle hilan jodi around 4:30 telemakiki to 5-6 something like that dal.
One day I left my wife at home and I went to sit down at the usual place until around 4 to 5 o'clock in the evening.
Bingwang dug ari tawila.
My wife came and found me there.
Ini ko honno wadi.
I asked her, what is the problem? She told me all our household baggages have been taken out of the house. She told me that even what I was cooking was not even ready, but they decided to take out everything. They threw my things under the mango tree and they locked the house. I told her, okay, that's it. Go back to the compound and wait for me there. I'm coming.
Around 7:30 to 8.
I came back and I arrived at home around 7:30 to 8. When I arrived at home, I found my children seated around my baggages. We don't even have anything to eat on that day. But so the little money I collected, I came and bought some bread and water, and I came and offered it to them. That's where we spent the night that day.
Where did you spend the night that day?
Under the mango trees there. That's where we spent the night.
Was that outside the rented accommodation or inside?
Outside.
It was outside the house.
And how long or how many days did you sleep under that mango tree with your family?
Balde jalu wondong kileki mangoli mango e be ngura monde.
Men woni ka mango e don wetinde nyande bimbi wobbe gono telema opposite galle den don be nganditi cunci din e dum nabi ka fenti mabbe.
Well, After spending the night there, the first day, the following morning, the opposite compound, one of my children took her clothes to go and dry them in their compound there.
Being one, I mean, the next door.
Our belongings.
And they took my children, my wife took our belongings also into that same compound.
The next door,
next door, our opposite, our next door compound. We spent the night there also. That following day, I went to the same place where I used to sit down.
And bake.
One of my drivers, something Toure, I cannot remember the name, but his surname is Toure. He found me there that day. He put me inside his vehicle, myself and my children, and took us to Bundung Bohol. When we arrived at that place, there is a lady called Fatu Baro. She gave me a single room where I will live with my family. But she told me that I'll be paying $35 per month. I said, okay, no problem.
Mr. Barry, at that time, how many children did you have?
Mr. Barry,
I had 3 children at that time.
So on the first night when you were evicted and you spent the night under the mango tree, you were there with your wife and 3 of your children. You all slept under that mango tree with all of your belongings.
Awa hino wa ini nyande premier nyande folonde ngilanda be yaltini on onong e bengu mo kanyum e sukabe mon tato ben be yaltini on be ade bagage uji ni fo kale mango yi don ko do walno don sukabe mon fo nyande.
Yes, we spent the night under that mango tree that day.
And the second night as well, did you spend the night under the mango tree? You had explained that your belongings had been moved to a neighboring compound. But where did you sleep on that second night?
Joni jamma di mon non hondo walno don on hala ni yimbe wonda ma nyande jamma di mon nyande bagasuji mon din be nabuno di galle takko mon don ka wonno don wadano don luwas galle no takko mon don be ngon nabi bagasuji din don ko to wale joni onon ko hondo walno don nyande jamma di mon
next compound don ko mango kin ka hakkunde woni kono do dindi no dumal ni men nati kap der fenti mabbe mbawto men walori don mi be ngwa
These compounds were next to one another, and the mango tree, it always gives a big shade. So after they took our belongings to the other compound, we still spent the night under that mango tree, under the big shade on the other side of that on the other side of the fence.
Mr. Barry, are you comfortable? I noticed that you seem to be in some discomfort.
Yeah.
Kono wa ini fondo fami wonda ma no jodo don non samurani mo ndahi no moji ka jodo no jodo don.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Are you able to sit down until the end of the session? So on this second night again, you still slept outside, basically.
Yes, we spent the night outside.
And how did that make you feel as a husband, a father, a provider? You'd been providing for all of your family all these years, and suddenly you were rendered homeless and you were sleeping in the street.
Kono dum wa emo sabu o woni neddo mo wanana ko babirawo o woni ko modi bokadi e don jogi jom suddijo don jogi sukabe kadi joni jamanu arabe yaltina on ka suudu mobbe yaltina bagage mom fo yasi walo yasi ko honno dum wa emo e ngurdam mongal
satanan e wonki an kono mi wadata.
Very difficult and hard in my life, but I have no choice.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to tender the eviction order from the KMC Rent Tribunal Court, dated the 28th day of August 2003, into evidence as Exhibit 130G.
Request granted.
And you said eventually you were able to move into another accommodation and you were charged $35 per week.
Per month.
And that's where, per month. Yeah. My apologies. And that's where you stayed with your family.
On wi wondema gilandema be tion don wodi na buno don dula be jonni non suudu wandana ko sambur goto te be yo wondema lewru kala on yobe capantati e jobi ndako non
Johnny, mi woni don.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask whether your children were all going to school at this stage.
At that time?
Yes.
We on fala ndara joni on wattumo be yaltinno on en dusudu nda sukabe mon be faybe mon be ndabe yahayno hibe yaha jangayno be yahayno l'école on wattu
hari pako an ide koy e be jangu pako an goru janun ko e junko hari be jangude kono fi on sati no satire lan be alano yawde school be wadi stop.
Well, my elder and my second child were going to school when this was happening, but in the later part, when things became very, very difficult for me, they stopped going to school because I was unable to take care of their school needs.
Mi wadi jem, mi deti junku mi wakili jande makko pay ko anjanon ko woni carpenter.
Then that was the time when I decided to help my daughter to continue her schooling. So my elder child, who is a male child, started to become a carpenter.
Oya on ko su ko pay ko ngukuni on don hari hotel nato go school, so mi wakili wallugo jinko rek dal.
At that time, my third child was a small child. It was not a time for her to go to school. So my second child, the female child, I decided to help her by all means to continue her schooling.
So how did you manage after that? You'd been evicted, you know, and your children were also taken out of school because you couldn't afford to pay the fees. How did you manage after that? What else happened?
Joni ko honno non nabir don affaire on donga ngal e hore mon sabu joni hino be yaltini on suudu ka wonno don fa ben kadi l'école mabbe on boni joni ko honno waw don nabir don gurdal mongol dal
junkun ko debbo wiyeteɗo Mrs Koka wonno ɗo bakote Alex ko on wi o wallamo fi o jannamo kanko wonno headmaster on. So we addu pay ko junkun ko janga don.
The lady at Bakote Annex School, the principal, hono wiyete?
Mrs Koka.
Mrs Koka was the head of that school, Bakote Annex. She told me to bring my daughter to her school. She will take care of her schooling for me. And that's what I did. I took my daughter to her school at the Bakote Annex.
Juni junku woni don how hewti grade 6 makon ko yata 7.
Then that's where my daughter continued her schooling up to grade 6, up to grade 7.
O continue school makon hano parerine dal.
And with the help of that lady, she went on until she completed her schooling.
Can you tell us whether or not your second operation was possible? Because you had been soliciting financial assistance for the second operation. Did it happen or not?
Joni nda hido wawi haalande yimɓe nda heɓi ka walla heɓaki ɗum woni operation ɗimmo on mo fonno ɗo wadde on saabu iɗon ɗaɓɓude no waɗi dépense pour wawon wadde on operation ɗimmo on joni nda hiɗo wawi haalande yimɓe nda on operation ɗimmo o heɓino nda o heɓaki
no heɓori.
How I had that operation was,
for me only every month or every 2-3 weeks, me have Banjul, me wala doctor on Darala.
In those days, every 2 to 3 weeks, I used to go to Banjul, and the doctor will check me up.
William, hey, Mr. Barry, try to help yourself.
Then one day,
English, sorry.
One day when I went to the hospital, the doctor told me in English, Mr. Barry, try and help yourself.
Which doctor was that?
Komboni on Dr. Ruja.
On Dr. Marcelona.
The doctor is called Marcelona.
And which hospital are you referring to?
Te ko lopitan hombo on ɗo e haalde fi mum ɗo.
Banjul RVTH.
It is the RVTH hospital in Banjul.
And he was a non-Gambian doctor?
Cuban.
He is a Cuban doctor.
And can you remember what year this was?
It was
2003 to 4.
It was
2004, I think.
I think it was in 2004.
Because Kondo William, Ovi or Dr. Rao no windi kaidi return. I have to do it to the Kene Lonka Kwengalang. Juni datum fit isim ital mokanko wawatala walude.
What this doctor told me was that the previous doctor who treated me, called Dr. Raul, wrote a paper and left it there. And what this new doctor told me was that, according to Dr. Raul's recommendation, I should remove that iron from my leg, or else he will not be able to help me because the date has already passed when I should have had that operation to remove that iron.
Can you tell us, I mean, I know you've told us a bit about the pain and discomfort that you had after the first operation when the iron was inserted in your leg.
Dahino wai halande yimbe nda andi mi fami wonda ma hala ni no yimbe wonda ma museni din grandi wonno njandi din be soruno din ka der koyngal mo do museni no wonno e mon on hala ni do yimbe.
Tell us more about how you felt having that iron in your leg and what kind of effect it had on your physical health.
Ha joni do wai halande yimbe museni din digi gila be yettinde de jalle be sori de kan der koyngal mo don museni ni ko honno wonirno e mon te ko on dum tampinirno on kadi.
This iron from day one, it was inserted in my leg.
Just few hours.
If I lie down to sleep, it will just be for a few hours and I'll wake up. And when the pain starts in my leg, I will get up at night and sit down and start looking at my children and my wife lying down. And the same problem up to this day, today, if Allah helps you to get a good wife, then you are safe. From day one, when I had this accident, up to 7 months after the accident, it is my wife who does everything for me, to help me to get up and sit down, to help me and get up or to change my position on the bed. Even if I want to ease myself, she will bring a kemba pot for me and help me to ease myself.
Alhamdulillah,
I am extending my sincerest thanks to this lady.
So in all of your, in all of the things, the bad things that happened to you, the one good thing was that you were lucky enough or blessed enough to have a very good wife.
Awa hino wa ini tamperen den foko tamperen ko anda non fo vike hore mon ko moƴƴi kon ɓuri moƴƴude kon e mon ko heɓi ɗon kon ko ɗum woni Allah arsiki e suddijo moƴƴuɗo.
Ari on sa simi wali ke ni simi walori ke hami simi mi maƴƴi jamma o imoto o wayli talan ko kanko waɗata o wayli tiralan ni le waɗi wono on sati ila komi umanne makko ha duuɓi sappo ɓingan kokal ko takko ka leydi ni o walto takka ndar wonna.
Well, this woman was so good that even if I go to bed, she will come. If she sees me moving my body on the bed, she'll come and turn me so that I can lie on the other side. Every day when we go to bed, she will come and lie down near me. And throughout the night, she'll be watching me sometimes and see if I want to move, she will just get up and help me.
Can you tell us whether or not you finally got the operation done?
Joni kawai do da wai on halanda yimbe da hebina walla si hebaki kadi da ka sakiton dum hebun operation no.
Joni ko addi dum bay mi yahi check up ka laptani.
Well, how it happened was that after going for a checkup at the hospital,
doctor mo wilam ba o watta yaltinde simi buri don hande ka watta lan wallude ko docteur de heso.
And this new doctor told me that if I don't perform the operation at that time, if it stays longer, he will not be able to remove that iron from my leg. The operation, he will not be able to carry out the operation anymore.
On site me fuɗɗi walde confused horande hade mi anda ko mi waɗata hande kadi.
That's the time when I became a little bit confused. Sometimes I will not even know what I am doing.
Ko ɗum naɓe independent newspaper.
That's why I went to the independent newspaper.
Mi windi waram ɓe yaltini lam.
I explained I narrated my story to them, and they wrote it as a news item.
Ɗum hawri 2004.
That was in the year 2004.
Mi jooɗi ñande goo min bay mi ɗumanaki Badu Konte Allah waɗi o yii o newspaper.
Then there I was until one day, fortunately for me, Badu Konte saw this newspaper and read the article.
And you have provided a copy of this newspaper article to us.
Te ni ka on ɗo on jonni men o ndi kaydiri journal on jonni men ndi.
From the Independent.
Damal kibar windu wenu ko ɗon Independent newspaper.
And it is entitled Botched Justice, Blighted Life, the touching tale of an accident victim left in the lurch.
Te ko winda ɗon ko ɗum woni neɗɗo mananamo heɓi accident tahimo ko gonga on o faala ma mayde nden te tawe accident mo heɓi on naate gon e mum.
The newspaper article is dated the 4th to the 6th of June 2004.
Newspaper on ɗum woni kibar kaydi ndi winda lewru June balɗe mum 4 ha balɗe mum 6 2004.
My apologies, Mr. Interpreter.
No problem.
I would like you to identify the newspaper article, please.
Joni ka won ɗo men jonnante kaydi ndi pour darani da ko ndi wonno journal kaydi ndi andanda ko ndi ɓe hollirno jama on.
Is this the newspaper article, the independent newspaper article you supplied to us?
Ndakondi wonno kaydi journal di andana ko ndi jonnuɗa men.
This is the very paper.
Can you tell us how you recognize it?
Ndahi ɗon wawi haalande ɓe ko honno anditir ɗon ndi?
Natal
My photo is on the newspaper.
Can you describe your photograph in the newspaper? What are you holding?
Portilal mongal ko woni ngonga ndi kaydi ɗon ko honto waɗɗon ɗum?
Yo aru kadi mi nanali fota.
Come again with your question, counsel. Counsel. He's saying you repeat your question. He didn't understand.
I'm just asking him to describe the picture. He seems to be holding something in his hand. What is it, or in his hands?
Oh, you know what? Ini ka portilal don wodi ko jogino don ka jungo mon don.
Koko mi jogi do ko ɗum ɗo mon no yarude mon this crutches do.
Well, what I was holding in my hand was the crutches that I used to walk with in those days.
All right, thank you very much.
Jarama.
Kindly give it to the commissioners. Okay, so tell us what happened after Mr. Badu Konte read this newspaper article. What did he do, if anything?
Joni da wawi haalande yimɓe Mr. Badu Konte gilande mo o yi o kaydi journal o jangindi ko honɗum o waɗi?
Hari o anda hon to mon woni hilan iwi ka Sudan hilan yaha ko mi jotto mi toro ɗon.
At that time, he didn't know my address because after I relocated to that other house, I still used to go to the position where I used to sit down and beg from my other drivers. He used to pass that same road to go to his office, and his office at that time was located just behind the place I used to sit down. So one day when he was passing, he saw me sitting down and he recognized me, and immediately he sent somebody to call me so that I can go and talk to him.
How did he recognize you?
Oh, no, Anditrio.
goɗɗo no takko makko non won inoteɗo Akim onko ko windano makko ka nder office makko on no andilan seeɗa.
There was somebody called Akim who used to be in his office. He used to write some things for Mr. Conte. So it was Akim, because I was a little bit acquainted with Akim. It was Akim who recognized me.
So badu nodilang men nati nerton o landilang ko hon woniri mi sifanimo.
When Badu called me and I went to answer him, we went and
his office.
We went to his office and he asked me my story. I narrated everything to him.
He said
he was going to write my problem for me. But I told him, Mr. Conte, my problem right now is I need an operation because there is a piece of iron in my leg which should be removed.
So we don't have problem.
He said that is not a problem.
Me addi kasudang oriti X-ray kaidi janding.
That's the day we went to my house. He accompanied me to my house and I showed him my X-ray papers.
Direct.
And directly he took me to Banjul.
Chance. Operation itandi.
This is how I got the chance to get the second operation so that they can remove this iron from my leg.
Did he make any financial donation towards the operation?
Duwon operation mo wadi yongo nda o jonno no ballal duwoni defa sengo kalisi.
Anko yobi everything o yobanilang o sodi mandas kadi ko jijanjude mabbe 2 point.
He paid the whole bill, and apart from that, he also bought blood, about 2 pints for me, for the operation.
Oni ha mi yalti o aranilang o nattilang kagalle o sodanilang maro kanyo oki bengo ambudi ko wada depends.
And on the day I was discharged from the hospital, it was again Mr. Conte who came and collected me from the hospital, took me to my house. He bought a bag of rice for me and gave some money to my wife for fish money.
And again, this was somebody, a good Samaritan, basically paying for your medical bills. Up to now, you and your wife had been paying for everything.
Joni kawa indo ini ha joni ka wondo ko neddo mo andana ko neddo mojjudo mo andana ko Allah hawrindini on ko ndiri on ko on na uma nyawnuma be yobi dépense on fop ko fota dépense don kon si feƴƴi ɗum ɓiyandema accident o waɗi ko ange ɓeyguma tan ko no gandi ko honno wonno ɗon regirde fi ñawdugol magol.
Yes.
And those who were responsible for your accident had not given you any financial assistance whatsoever up to that time?
Te ronduɓe rondugol ngal dongal ɓe ngal ɗum woni waɗuɓe mo ngal accident o ɓen ɗon no wayni ha hande ka wonno ɗon ɓe meeɗa jannude bututu ɓe wiyama wondema ɓeyditoro ka dépense ñawdugol ma.
Yeah.
Joni si mi on ala ko mi yasi mi dogi mi hay ombudsman ɓe nalang ɓe ala heɓa reply si mi hay ka ana no reply kala ko mi hay ɓe nalo no reply so badu kan kadi o windi letter no reply dal.
So again, I started going back to the former places, to the ombudsman, to the human rights office. But the answer I always get from them is that they have written, but still up to that point, no reply or no answer for their letters they sent. So Mr. Conte also wrote, but still the same thing, no reply.
And you have supplied us a copy of this letter that Badu Conte wrote to the Office of the Secretary General, dated the 27th August 2004.
A jonani ɗo yimɓe letter mo waɗanama on Mr. Badu Conte ko on o windarno Secretary General ɗon e lewru June. Month of June.
27th of August 2004.
Lewru August balɗe mo nogas e jeeɗiɗi 2004. ɗum woni letter on ko moɓe jonnannomo ko ɗum woni Secretary General.
And there is another copy of a letter dated the 14th day of December 2004, and it's headed donation.
Letter goɗɗo ganno ɗo mo wondanama wondema windinoma ɗum woni lewru December balɗe mo 19 2004 14 2004 ɗum kadi pour ko toragol dépense pour no ñawdugol magol.
And this basically showed that lawyer Badukonte had contributed towards your medical expenses for the surgery.
Mr. Lawyer Badukonte dépense ko wadi kon e fi nyawdugol mangol woni sekol wadugol mangol operate.
Yeah, that's how everything went on.
Mr. Chairman, I would
helped me a lot.
I would like to tender both copies of the letter dated the 27th August 2004 as Exhibit 130H, and the subsequent one dated the 14th day of December 2004 as Exhibit 130I.
Request granted.
I would also like to tender the newspaper article, independent newspaper article, as Exhibit 130J.
Detail.
Thank you. Yes, please continue from there.
Okay. Yeah, August.
Things went on till the month of August in 2004.
Hari mi yalti all newspaper mi wadi decide yawgol Kaniline.
Then after the going to the newspaper when they wrote that article, then I decided to go to Kanilai.
Mi immi mi detti all newspaper kanyang a letter go komi windi mi yahi Kaniline.
Then I took a copy of this newsletter and another letter which was written. Then I decided to go to Kanilai with these two documents.
Joni mi yahi Kanilai mi wadi ton almost 1 month lanjodi e collega wietenga baobab kodomi woni.
I went and I spent almost a month under a baobab tree at Kanilai, still waiting to be able to see the head of state.
Are you saying that you did not have any accommodation in Kanilai?
Da on fala wide wonda mo hebani ka hodong Kanilai fo ka hodong.
Ndi Kanilai don definitely on sati hari mi ya like a goto mi jodani horampi no mi hebera access no mi yira modal.
At that time, I didn't know anybody in Kanilai. I have never been there. So I was just trying to see the man I went there to see. So this is why.
Mi daɓɓi komi wona harabi mi kalan kasera simi jooɗi ke joni wano toroto ɓe yilam ɓe woɓɓe landiri kala gasa mi heɓa access no mi wawa no mi yiraɓe ko ɗum waɗi mi joɗori ɗon dal.
The reason for me to sit down outside there was I was looking for somebody and I was also trying to get access to the man I went there to see. So that if I sit outside, somebody might see me and have pity on me and help me.
Can you tell us when this was? What was the date?
Ndai do way halande ɗum ko honda tuma do way halani ɓe ñalande nen.
Ɗum the year of Yaya Jammeh no waɗano 10-year celebration makko Kaniline.
It coincided with the 10-year celebration of Yaya Jammeh's leadership, and that celebration took place in Kanilai.
Fortunately, mo wawali heyude mo ɓe ngan nuddilan e mi nuddi ka galle ɓe ngayni wo sa arali men mayiga ala ko men ñama mi yeeyi coñci an ɗin mi yeeyi paɗe mago geɗo ara.
Well, one day I decided to call my wife. She said, please come back home because even food is difficult for us to get what to eat. In fact, I have already sold most of my clothes, even one of your shoes, a pair of your shoes that belong to you, I sold it so that we can have something to eat. Please come home. This is why I left Kanilai and came back home.
Did you get to see the ex-president Yaya Jammeh during this time?
Lando won no tongo nda on kasakitor no hebu no fere yi gol mo
mi yali mo at all mi ya mo feja kono me bal access balagol mo ma yodda makko.
I didn't see him. I was unable to get access to him. I will see him passing, but apart from that, to be able to go near him was impossible for me. I was unable to see him at all.
Mi ari mi wadi kasudu 1 week.
I came and spent a week at home. I started going back to that same junction where I used to sit down so that whatever I collect there, I will give and come and give my wife for her to cook food for us. Then one Friday, I told my wife, today is Friday. I would like to return to Kanilai again. She told me, but this time when you go, don't spend a long time there. Don't stay there for too long. I said, okay. And as far as it was on a Friday, I went to the mosque so that we can all perform the Friday prayers together. And during the Friday prayers, when the Imam was performing the sermon,
we had only 20 past 2.
It was up to 20 minutes after 2 in the afternoon.
The head of state is coming.
That was the time when somebody said, let's pray. But the Imam said, no, the head of state is coming, let's wait for him. After that, immediately, I saw some soldiers come in and dispersed around the place. And then shortly, I saw him coming with his bodyguards, and he came into the mosque. Then he performed his first prayers before the main Friday prayers. Then after that, we performed the Friday prayers together. Well, that was the time after the prayers, I got up and stood up. I looked at him because I wanted to go to him and talk to him. But as far as I was on these crutches,
because
but I was afraid to go near him because maybe I was thinking that if the soldiers saw me advancing towards him, they might take me as a terrorist and they might shoot me down. So this is why I remained standing where I was. Then I decided to go out and I stood near his vehicle. And that was the time when 2 people came, and these people also came with their twins. They came and stood near me. And when he was coming out, the soldiers came and pushed us away from his vehicle until he came out of the mosque. That was the time when he looked at us and said, these people are beggars. He took out some money and threw it on us. And that's the time when he said, if you are hungry, go and buy something.
No. If you are hungry, you don't have the chance to wash your hand.
Okay, that he said, if you are hungry, you don't have time to go and wash your hands. The amount of money that fell in my hands, I decided to take it and put it in my bag.
Mr. Barry, can you tell us what he meant by if you're hungry, you don't have time to wash your hands? What did you understand that to mean?
Okay.
No,
Well, it was me who said a hungry man has no time to go and wash up his hands.
Because
so this is, when he threw this money and it fell in my hands, this is why I took it and put it in my bag. That's the time when he went into his vehicle and they departed. I went back to the same baobab tree where I used to sit down, then I sat down there again. I was there till for around 5 p.m. I prayed. I decided to pray the 7 o'clock prayers and the last evening prayers. I performed it all there. That's where I slept again till in the morning.
On 10 o'clock, around 10
o'clock the next morning, he came out with his vehicles and they formed a convoy. And that's the time they went to his farm.
Around 5 hari mi pari julugol.
I was there until around 5 o'clock again in the evening when I was preparing to pray the 5 o'clock prayers.
Can you tell us where Yaya Jammeh's farm is located in Kanilai?
Yaya Jammeh ngesa makomba ndahido wai hala nembe ko honto eddo honto mba fewtiri entre kanil sare Kanilai.
We andi gese makude no dude o yaltiri ton ari kasare kono o wadi di jubli o yehi e ngesa bako benata o bambareya. Something like that.
You see, he had many farms at the time, but that day, the farm that he went to, if I can remember properly, it was the farm called Bambaraya. That's where he went to that day.
And how long did it take you to walk there?
De puru seppo ya honto dum ko minutaji jelu dum jetti
No, I didn't go to that farm. It was Yaya who went to that farm himself.
And where did you see him next?
Johnny mi jodi kasare don't have fund of 5 mi juli 5 rek.
I stayed under that baobab tree until again around 5 p.m. when I was preparing to pray for the 5 o'clock prayers. He was coming home, but that time he was not on board a vehicle. He was walking on foot, and a large crowd was coming with him. They were singing and clapping, following him coming home. Then I got up. When I looked at them, I realized that it was Yaya himself who was coming on foot with this large crowd following him. I decided to put my bag I decided to hang my bag on me. Then I took my crutches and stood up. Then this is the time I tried little by little until when they were coming near me, I was also going towards them until I got near to them. Then that was the time I took out the letter and the newspaper that I went along with. I took them out.
Independent newspaper and
That's the same independent newspaper that you've just shown me here a few minutes ago. I held that newspaper in my hand and I tried until I went near him. That's the time when he turned and looked at me. Then I decided to talk to him. I said to him, "Sir, I am here to see you." That's the time when he snatched the paper from my hand. He gave it to one soldier behind him. Then some soldiers came and stood between me and him in a forceful way. Then, as far as I was not feeling well, I decided to retreat a little bit. And a lady came there who was among the entourage. She helped me to go backwards a little bit until I was a little bit comfortable far from them. This is how we went little by little until we entered his compound.
And apart from snatching the newspaper from your hand, did he say anything to you?
Newspaper kaide ndi o wippiti ndinga jungoma nda o wodi ko o teguno hen kongol
o wi Allah hunde de o wi Allah hay hunde ko nani tun o jabi do jonni militaire makko de mo yodda militaire be makko be.
He didn't tell me anything. After snatching this paper from me, he gave it to one of his soldiers behind. Then I heard him talking to those soldiers, but I cannot understand what they were saying.
Do you know whether he actually looked at the article or even read it?
Da faamu mon on faamu no wonde man da on daruno ndin kayde ko windi ton kon
no jabirinde ni ko ni o jonni ri soldari be mbaaw makko.
He didn't read or look at. He didn't look or even read the paper. He just snatched it from my hand and passed it immediately to one of the soldiers behind him.
And what happened after that?
Gila dum feji ko ndu wadi
min jokki mo non ha me huti ka galle nder ton.
This is how we went. I followed him until into his compound.
Johnny,
Mr. Barry, I think you're feeling uncomfortable, and it's time for the break. So let's just take a break now, and then when we come back, you'll continue.
Joni no way dartinde ɗo yewtere nde sabu dartindike nini no wayi ni fewno ɗo ko wonɗo jonde nen tampini on seeɗa joni wattu amen tigi on pour fowtinagol ngol hewti joni no wawi yawgo fowtinagol sen arti yewtere nden kontina.
Okay.
So.
Mr. Chairman, I wish to hand over the witness to you for the break.
He's asking whether he can stand, he can go.
Thank you, Council. We will take a 30-minute break and come back 5 minutes after 12 noon. Please adjourn.
Mawɗo bari men ɓangal minita capantati foftere ha men rutta arde on continue.